Hello! Yesterday I did a live video about artwork automation. Hopefully you were able to join me for that. If you were or if you weren't, I just went back and looked at that video and noticed that the quality in parts is pretty bad. You can't actually see what I'm doing on the spreadsheet, and I just thought it would be really beneficial to go back and actually record a video on my desktop that's going to be better quality, and you can actually see exactly what I'm doing and what's happening in a bit more detail. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. A little bit of history before I dive into it. About this time last year, Artwork Automation first launched. So it was a solution born out of my frustration of trying to create mockups with Photoshop and batch processing and trying to find a good web solution. I wasn't really able to create one, but I did stumble across this solution that I was able to pull together something in Google Sheets and actually make something that really did the job for me. So Artwork Automation did start life as a Google Sheet. Then we did Artwork Automation version 2, where we took it over to Airtable, and that had some benefits. Airtable allowed you to pull in images, so you could have an attachment image, so you could actually see what design you were talking about, which wasn't really possible in Google Sheets. But it had some drawbacks as well, because within Airtable you can't actually do changes on the fly and get immediate visual feedback. So if you wanted to, say, change a mock-up from black to blue, you didn't get that wasn't reflected in the image. So if you wanted to change that image, you actually had to delete the image and re-upload an image. Anyway, it was just, there was a few quirks like that that made it a bit of a pain. But what we did do with Airtable was it was the first time I realized we could automate the process. So we could actually, instead of me having to manually upload a file, type in the name of the file, and do things like that, we could actually use a service called Zapier to automate it, so that anytime you saved a file, it automatically got added to your spreadsheet or your Airtable, and everything just followed through. So all your mock-ups, all your stuff was resized on the fly. So that was cool. So a couple of months ago, I realized that actually it might make more sense to come back to Google Sheets, because there's actually a way you can display images like this within a Google Sheet, and you can have them update on the fly. So this is actually what happens here is Google Sheets goes and looks at a URL, the URL of the image, and if we change something that affects that URL, for example, if we change this design to heather gray or heather blue, it actually updates the image. So that's cool. That's really good for what we want to do. That's really good for making mock-ups and things, because it's really great to have that visual feedback of what you're doing and be able to see it immediately. And it makes it easy for organizing your designs, because you can see everything in one place. So this is Artwork Automation version 3. This is a demo spreadsheet. Really, what I want to just show you quickly is how easy it is to do things like that. So I've shown you this is the artwork sheet. This is where you paste in or you put in your designs, your file names, and then you choose background colors for them. And then that information is pulled over into, for example, our apparel sheet, which is where we create apparel mockups. So here you can see this is set to t-shirts, but we have mockups for all of these products. If I just open up these tabs here, you'll be able to see what's actually happening behind the scenes. So long sleeve sweatshirts, raglans, women's raglans we've added, women's v-necks, we've added men's tank tops and women's tank tops. So all these mock-ups are created from one artwork file. So once you've got your artwork file uploaded, all of this happens automatically, and you can just click any of these and download and save the image if you want individually, and you can do things like override it. So let's say I want this one to be in a baby blue instead. Now it's baby blue. If I want it to be cranberry, then it's going to be cranberry. That's an image. I can download it and save it and do whatever I want with it. I'm just going to collapse these columns, because it's actually, let's collapse them all. Collapse all column groups. So what we've got here is a drop down, which actually makes it that little bit easier to quickly switch between. So instead of having to kind of scroll across all these various mockups, I can just change the drop down, and the drop down's going to, show me what I want. Tank tops, everything. So it's all there. Easy to change. If I want to override anything, I just go, okay, so this is a men's tank top that I want to be in purple, for example. So then it's going to automatically change it to purple. So that's cool. That makes it very easy to create my mockups for all my Etsy stores and Shopify and stuff. I just drop the file names in, over here, set the colors, and then they're all automatically generated. If I wanted them all on the same color, of course, I could just change everything to black, just fill down there, and it's going to change everything to black across all the apparel options. It just takes a couple of seconds for things to load in, but once you've done that, it's very straightforward. The other thing that I couldn't really show very clearly yesterday is the ability you have to download your mock-ups in bulk. So this is really the principal solution. That's to create a bulk, create a lot of mock-ups from my artwork. So say I've got 100 designs, I want to create 100 tank top mock-ups from those designs, and this is how you do it in bulk. You can obviously come in and grab it individually, but you've got right here, these are links, and if I copy those, what I created is this Chrome extension which allows you to quickly download them in bulk. So I just copy the URLs from there, I paste them in, I'm going to call this tank tops, and then I can download them as a zip file. So it's just going to download that. I'll be able to show you here. Let me just open the folder. So here are my desktop tank tops 2, and right here now we've got all the tank tops downloaded as JPEGs, ready to do whatever I want with them. So that, obviously I've only got 5 designs or something here, but this works whether it's 5 or 500. You just literally copy and paste your links, and away you go. So that's the tank tops. Sorry, that's the how to bulk download stuff, really. In this case it was tank tops. And that's really how using this system saves me a ton of time. I just paste in artwork, I go and grab the mockups that I want in bulk. You've got options up here, like it doesn't have to be a JPEG, it can be a PNG. That means it can have a transparent background if you want, which is good for certain things. It just takes a while to load, some of the previews sometimes because they're higher quality when they're PNGs. But that's the basic setup, and that's how it saves me tons of time creating mockups. So let's I'll just change that back to JPEGs and t-shirts. That's mockups. Let me show you the other main principal use of artwork automation, and that's resizing jobs. So anytime you have a new product that you need to take your artwork and resize it for a new product, so good examples are pop sockets, hoodies, things like that for Merch by Amazon, where you needed to take your artwork and have it fit a new size canvas, then artwork automation does that too. So for example here we've got similar to before, it pulls in the artwork from the artwork page, and then it automatically does resizing jobs. So here we've got it set to hoodies. So this PNG file, even though you can't really see it, is set to be the perfect size, canvas and position for a hoodie. So that's ready to go. We've got the same for pop sockets. So again, automatically generating my pop sockets from the artwork file. You can see here as well, we've got a little test preview thing, so you can see how your artwork's going to fit on the pop socket. So you can say, okay, that's that's working, that's on the safe zone or just within the safe zone like you want it to be. So that's a really cool feature when it comes to pop sockets. I won't go through everything we've got here, but we've got some cool stuff. I mentioned it yesterday, things like the Redbubble card template, so that you've got the correct artwork to upload for a Redbubble card, which also carries through for posters and a few other things on Redbubble. Redbubble mug, so that your artwork would be on both sides of the mug when you upload it. So these are not mock-ups, these are these are artwork or things like that. Instagram, so I like to take my designs and promote them on Instagram. I like to have the design nice and big and centralized and have it in a nice square, so it's perfect for Instagram. So that happens automatically as well. Threadless, I submit designs to Threadless. Threadless likes you to show the artwork, but then show where the artwork would be positioned on the t-shirt, and it also says it's got to be certain. It's 1200 pixels by 1200 pixels. So resizing. That's another place where this comes in incredibly handy, and of course you can resize and download everything as well. So if I wanted to download 1,000 pop sockets, as long as I've got 1,000 pieces of artwork that I can paste in here, then the pop sockets, again, I could just copy, download using the downloader and grab them really quickly. So that's mockups and resizing that I've covered. Just a final thing we've added as well is the KDP cover creator. So same principle as before, pulls in the artwork, uses the background color that you specified over here, and creates your KDP PDF for you to download and save. Again, you can download them in bulk if you want, just copy and paste. And you've got 4 default sizes that we've got right here for KDP covers. There's also some cool features like we have text down the spine. So you may or may not be aware that for KDP you have to have text on the cover somewhere or on the spine to specify to match the title of your product. So a lot of our designs, a lot of my designs don't have text on them, and so we need to have the text somewhere. Well, we need it down the spine in that case. So what we've got is a situation where we can take text from the title and put that down the spine, or we can override it if we want. Here we can write, you know, blah blah blah, and it's going to override the text and put it down the spine there. So you've got some flexibility there. Hopefully you can see that. We've now got blah 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 down the spine. It's positioned, it's ready to go onto KDP. It's all automatic. So if I just show you quickly, just a quick example. So I know I've got, I think, a test, what's it called? So if I know I've got a file uploaded called brand new 123. So if I just put that file name in there, say we want it on a black t-shirt or a black background, so it's automatically going to pull in the artwork there, and then that's going to be replicated here. You can see it's pulled it into the apparel, so my t-shirt's ready. It's pulled it in and resized it, so my pop socket's ready, or if I want the hoodie artwork, that's ready. And it's automatically going to create the KDP cover as well, so it's just going to take a second to load the preview, but that PDF cover is there as well. So that's literally, you know, all it takes, just a file name and a background color, and you get all these things created, you know, automatically. So that's artwork automation in a nutshell, really. But the kind of other side of it, so that's how you can quickly do bulk stuff, and you can take individual files and make changes and get mockups that you need, you know, maybe in batches or on a one-on-one, you know, situation. But the real magic sauce, or the thing that I really like about it, is we can automate that whole process. So what that means is, rather than me manually typing in my file name, uploading a file, and all that stuff, I can actually set it so that anytime I save a new design into a certain Dropbox folder, that design is automatically added to my system. So let me show you that in practice. So I've got a design here, design called Keeping It Real. I'm just going to export this and export it to my particular Dropbox folder. So over here in Dropbox, I've got a folder called Brand New Artwork, so that's where I save any new designs that I create at the moment. So if I just open that up, I'm going to save this as Keeping It Real and hit save. Now I'm going to wait for Dropbox to just upload that, and you can see my little Dropbox thing is going, and it's just uploaded it, so that's great. Now the secret sauce here is Zapier. Zapier's free, and you can use it to automate all kinds of things. And what I do is I've set up 2 Zaps. One uploads it to my Cloudinary account, which makes artwork automation work, and one sends it to the actual Google Sheet. So I'm just going to give these a kick. Automatically, what would happen in a real-world situation, Zapier would check every 15 minutes, and if it found a new file, it would automate this process. But because I don't have 15 minutes to wait, I'm just going to give it a kick, so it's going to do it manually. So you can see I've clicked that, it's going to trigger, it's found the new file, it's found that new artwork file, and it's going to upload it. I'm going to do the same thing here, just run it. Again, you don't have to do this because it's going to do this automatically every 15 minutes, but for the sake of the demo, I'm just going to show it you here. So it's triggered on one new file, and then it should say in a second, there we go, so it's created a new spreadsheet row. So over in my Automator spreadsheet, you can see it's just pulled it in there. It's got the ID, it's got the default color, and then if I go to my artwork sheet, you will see that we should in a second get a little preview. There it is. And then what that means is, of course, it's pulled it in across everything else. So it's pulled it in across t-shirts and anything. So now I can just change this to t-shirt and grab my, my mock-up t-shirt. And looking very nice. And of course, pop sockets automatically generated. Again, there's my pop socket artwork ready to download and go. Or I could submit it to Threadless if I thought this was a winning design. and KDP cover creator. So now I've got my KDP cover as well. I'm going to just delete that. I was going to set it to white, but now it's automatically going to be grey. It's going to pull in all the data, and now we've got a KDP cover. This one's missing a title because I didn't give it a title over here, but if I called it Keeping It Real, then that would automatically generate the spine text for the KDP cover, as you can see here. There it is. So there's the automation side of it. Not only does it work great for when you've got batches you want to work through, but if you imagine now how this works is any new file I save automatically gets pulled in. All I have to do is say, yeah, I want that one on a grass or whatever, and then it's just sat there, and all my designs are organized. Anytime I need to come back and grab a particular mock-up or do something with the art, I've got it right here. I know where to find it. I know how to grab it when I need it. So that's Artwork Automation version 3 in a nutshell. If you're interested, then you can head over to michaellessick.com. If you click on classes and you click on Artwork Automation right at the top there, then it will take you to the sales page for Artwork Automation version 3. You can go and read a little bit more about all the new features and the stuff that we've added, everything that's included, all the stuff. There's some testimonials from people, and there's a couple of bonuses, so I'll just tell you about those. There's a apparel bundle. So this is 950 apparel PSD files. So Artwork Automation out the box looks like this. So you get all of this stuff built in. But if you want to add, I don't know, a baby grow or a tote bag or anything like that, then you can grab. There's 950 different options here. I'll just show you some of them. Here they are. So these are all, Bella Canvas, Next Level, Gildan, t-shirts, tank tops, everything, and then there's some cool stuff like hoodies and bikinis and other things. So basically what I teach you in the class is how you could take anything from here and bring it over into your version of Artwork Automation, because it is a spreadsheet. It's completely flexible. You can do whatever you want with it. So you can add some new size, some new products here to your spreadsheet. So I walk you through that in the class, and you've got a full license to use any of these 950 PSDs to create your mock-ups for. So you've got that option as well. Finally, there's Simple Shirt Site. So for the next 4 days, I'm including this within the Artwork Automation class as a free bonus. Simple Shirt Site is a WordPress plugin and theme that allows you to set up a simple WordPress site for your t-shirt designs, and that's going to help you drive traffic to your designs and really have a nice organized professional home for your designs, or perhaps for your mini brands and your sub brands and stuff. So I'll just show you a quick sample. This is one I just created yesterday as a test store. So I just pulled in a couple of basic designs. This is what the kind of standard homepage looks like. So it's literally just a list of your designs. If I click on one of these, you can see it's a really simple setup. So it just displays your design, and then it gives the links of where to buy that design from. So all of this is you control it via WordPress. You can go in and make changes. It will pull in related shirts based on your categories and tags and stuff like that. And it's just a really simple, really simple example. Obviously, I don't have this design up for sale anywhere yet, so that didn't work. But it's a really simple solution if you want to start to build a bit of a brand or build a bit of traffic from Google. I think it's a really good something that made a difference early on in my business was not just having, not just being first to the table on Amazon, but actually being first on Google and being able to drive some of that traffic to Amazon and kind of start the ball rolling that way. So Simple Shirt Site. Let me just quickly show you as well how easy it is to actually add stuff to this. So if you've got a load of designs already and you wanted to add them to a website, a simple shirt site like this is how easy it is. So we've got a t-shirt section. If you go to manage and export CSV, what that's going to do is export everything that's currently here into a CSV file. So I'll just open this up. I'll show you how quickly we can do this. So we've got right here all the contents of the site already that are already there. I'm just gonna let's say we want to add, I don't know, whatever we've got here in our spreadsheet. So all these designs. So we'll add test new and brand new, and I'm just going to copy. In fact, you know, I'm just going to type them in. So let's say the idea here is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. So whatever, the ID doesn't really matter. The title can be a test because that's fine as well. But what we are going to change is the image URL. So I'm going to take these images from here and paste those in here. So I'm going to paste those in. I've got one that I don't need there at the bottom. I can delete that. So we paste those in, and then just going to use dummy links for now. So you can see how quick it is to like populate the CSV. Now if I just export that, obviously you would want to put the correct titles and tags, but again that should be fairly straightforward. If I call this test 1 2 3 4, and then if I go back to my simple shirt site and upload CSV, just going to grab the where did I save that thing? There we go, 1 2 3 4. Import that, and what we should find is it's imported a load more shirts. And then if we head back to our home page, the things are there. It's just going to take a while to actually load the individual images, but as you can see, it's pulling in all the designs, and if I just refresh, yeah, so you can see now, just going to go through the process of pulling them in, but that's literally how quick and easy it is to start populating a site like this. Whether you've got 5 designs or 10 designs or 500 designs, I've tested it on up to 1,000 individual designs, and it's imported them like this. Very quick and easy, and yeah, and that's how you can take your designs and create a simple shirt site like this really in a couple of minutes. So that's included as well, special bonus in this offer. So right now, a couple of ways you can grab a hold of Artwork Automation. You can grab the class. It's going to be $349 from next Monday, but for the next 4 days you can get it for $299. That includes the video class, it includes all the resources you need to get set up. I walk you through the process. It's all instant access. The class is there already. People are already starting to use this new version. All the resources, so the image downloader, the product mockups, the resizing templates, the bonus PSDs and simple shirt site. Plus as well access to Artwork Automation classes 1 and 2. If you do want to go back and look at kind of the previous versions of this, you've got access to those as well. So you can grab all that for $299. It will never be that price again. This is only going up because we keep adding more and more features, but you do get lifetime access. So you'll never have to pay monthly fees, ongoing subscription. It won't renew in a year's time. This is a one-off lifetime access payment that you can get for the next 4 days. If you feel like you, like the idea of Artwork Automation, but you're a bit afraid of putting it together yourself and it looks a bit technical, we've got this new offer of a lifetime, a done-for-you package. So what we'll do with this is we'll take all your artwork and do it for you. So we'll set up Artwork Automation for you. We'll set up all your accounts. We'll upload your artwork and get it working. We'll set up automation so that you have a Dropbox folder that whenever you save a new file there, it automatically adds it to your spreadsheet. And we'll walk you through it one-on-one. We'll do basically jump on a Skype call. We'll create some custom versions for you if you need that. If you need custom mockups creating or custom resizing templates, we'll do all that. And 3 months ongoing support as well to make sure that you're happy and still you're comfortable using it as you go on and build your business. So that is a pre-order. We're not starting those until August, but me and my team will personally work on building it out for you if you feel like you need help with the process. So 2 options there for you. A couple of days left that you can grab it before Monday and the price goes up. So if you do have any questions, you want to reach out to me, you can email me, michael@michaelessick.com. There's a little Facebook Live thing here on the sales page as well, so if you do have a question, you can just message me on Facebook. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've been able to see really a bit more into the nuts and bolts of artwork automation in this video. And again, if you do have any questions, you can reach out to me. There's an FAQ as well right here at the bottom of the page. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you on the inside of Artwork Automation, blazing through your mockups, blazing through your resizing, being first to every party, and really getting rid of all those annoying jobs so you can focus on creating great designs and new designs and building your business. All right, thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon.